Okay then, and we should be live. Let's just go through the standard checks to see if that is indeed the case. Significantly earlier than it was going to be, but there will be reasons for that, which we shall go into when the stream is fully underway, I think. Let's see here. Hello, Jasdeep. So yes, we are live by the looks of things. Yep, all is well. Good. So we'll just wait a moment so that everything can settle in, and then we shall continue with this car crash. It's going to be quite a this for some reason. Hello, Isaac. For some reason this stream might be short because there are I say short. It'll still be at least 2 hours ish, but it may also be short for other reasons because of the situation we left off on in the last part of the campaign, of course. But we'll go into that in just a moment. I think. Just give it a little bit more time. But yes, certainly this campaign has been challenging. Things have sort of gone against me at every turn. But let's load up the campaign actually, and just take a little bit of a stock on where we actually left off. Which of course was not in a particularly enjoyable position. Perhaps we are beyond the worst of it, but I'm not so sure. Because I think while we have squashed quite a few armies, I think this battle which is about to come up, I'm not sure whether we have the strength to actually win it. And that will kind of determine whether or not the campaign ends with Caras Galadhon falling, or whether we can somehow recover from this. I think if we can win this battle, this campaign is certainly salvageable. As long as we can keep our capital and we can sort of pump out some stronger units, all of a sudden Mordor's invasions don't become terminal. We shall have to wait for that. Because it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. Also, a lot of it does depend, I think, on whether or not Mordor can just call another invasion 10 turns or so after this one. I'm not sure what campaign I'm going to do next, Jasdeep. I mean, it kind of depends. Like, thoughts on that can sort of shift if, having experimented, it becomes clear that this is an unwinnable situation. But I mean, I think we can salvage it. It's just going to be tough. We have... Oh, the Rohirric capital is under siege. Wonderful. Beautiful scenes. And we also have this over here. So this is one thing that I did notice. We've got another Mordor invasion army on the way. A full stack. But that's not really a problem, because I think if we can defeat these two armies here, this Mordor army in particular, I think, is the strong one. I mean, having a look, I mean, there's a lot of Black Uruk units. Some of them are quite depleted, to be fair. So, I mean, it might not be the end of the world. But they are led by Gan Altan the Honoured, one of the Nazgul. They've got some runic units in there as well. But there's also the small matter of the Gundabad army that's going to be supporting them. Who are also made up of some pretty strong units, including their version of their sort of upper line infantry units, the Pale Uruks. It's going to be very tough considering your allies have been useless. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't want to spend the whole stream whinging about how Rohan have capitulated, even though I've tried to help them. That, honestly, was probably the decision which might have sunk the campaign. I think if I'd just left Rohan to their own devices, there was a better chance that I could have become much stronger myself, and then this wouldn't have been a problem. But that felt not very thematic at all, to be honest with you, which is why I tried to assist them. But in the end, I think that has proven to be my downfall, really. We still hold Amon Lank. This is a problem, though. You can see there is a Mordor army which is going to be sieging. Hello, Ricky. But they are going to try and siege down Dorn Nauahak as well, and there's no real point to me retreating from this. It's not the best army, but our garrison in here is also... I mean, it's okay, but it's depleted again, so we're going to have to be pretty reliant on ranged units and maybe the artillery. I think... Yeah, we have the armory, which means we do get some slightly better native defences as well, but that's going to be a tough siege to win. So really... the issue here is going to be this battle. So just taking stock of what army we have within Caras Galadhon, we have got several generals. So we've got a lot of Elbereth Sentinels. We've got Orifin, who is obviously a March Warden unit. But the units here at this point are looking pretty haggard. Like, we've got some fairly healthy units of March Wardens, but in terms of infantry, we've got obviously the 2 units of Elven Defenders that we can field, which is nice. But in terms of just infantry that we've trained here, it's looking rough, to be honest with you. It is looking rough. We're going to need the Gurvaleg to get some good shots. But I think a lot of this is going to come down to, honestly, whether or not we can get into reinforcement range here and hide. Because if we can get Celeborn's army to reinforce, I think we'll be okay. If we can't, though, it's going to be very difficult to win this battle. So, I mean, this is going to be one where I'm not going to... If I fail on the first attempt, I don't really mind reloading too much, considering the horrors that this campaign has inflicted upon me in more recent episodes. But, yeah, I think if I can salvage this, then I will. But I'm not sure whether I can. So let's just... Can we... Can't really hide, can we? Onward. Over here, elves. Maybe if we could try and draw one of these armies off, but that's not going to be the easiest thing. Hello, Lorenzo. As for everything else, we've still got negative money, so it's still just a case of flicking through the turns until we have some money to spend, because there's not really anything else we can do. Okay. Well, we'll probably get sieged down here. We need to deal with these armies and maybe reinforce quickly before this army comes up here as well. That's actually a... Oh, Dol Guldur did join the invasion. See, this is what really bugs me, to be honest with you, about this invasion mechanic. The fact that Dol Guldur have managed to effectively amass a full stack to send over to help this invasion. And look at them. Like, there's no way they should be able to send over any resources to help Mordor's crusade into Caras Galadhon when this is what they have left. And they've somehow managed to pull a full stack out of nowhere. Highly questionable. I actually did know as well that apparently in version 5 they intend to get rid of this mechanic, and it's about bloody time. Because clearly questionable. I've suffered through, I think, a worse version of what the Chaos stacks spawning in your capital are in Warhammer 2. Which is certainly not everyone's favourite part of that game either. They may come after Celeborn here. Be interesting to see who's leading this siege, actually, because it may very well be... What are they doing? Oh, they just moved their army. That's interesting. What are Gundabad going to do? Ooh. Yeah, this is looking pretty bleak, to be honest. I don't think that this is going to be all that doable. The Lord of Dol Guldur is dead. Nazgul returned to Mordor. A suitable husband. Sure. There's another Mordor invasion army. There's an independent general. Oh, so Dol Guldur now... Okay, that's fine. So Dol Guldur have been defeated. This, however, is a problem. A large problem. Right, hold on a moment. Hang on a minute. It's not being sieged at this point, is it? No, it isn't. Okay, so we can actually go back inside Caras Galadhon with Celeborn now, which is kind of interesting. We will, however, need to combine some of our units, so we only have 3 slots at the moment. So let's combine you up. So we need 5 slots free. We can't really afford to get rid of any of you lot, can we? Okay. Well, seeing as we can now bring 3 units in, you go in there. You're a big unit as well, so you can go in there. We don't really need another unit of Albarys Sentinels in there, so this army, I think, is kind of doomed. But I mean, what can we do, right? That's a full stack we've got in there now. You've got a bit of money. Leave the cav out. No, because the cav is useful to go out and do some disruption. Like, they are actually pretty decent, to be fair. The problem is just the sheer amount of units we're going to have to deal with. I mean, I'm not sure how long the invasion has been going for at this point, but you'd hope that if it's only 10 turns, we're near to the end of it. But yeah, we've got the man himself in there now, though. Celeborn is there, so situation maybe not completely hopeless, but what can we build over here? We need to, like someone said, I need to start getting some stronger units out. I mean, Elder Council, Elven King's Gate Guard. It's not the worst idea. We can actually get some of the stronger Mirkwood units out now, which is very tempting, I have to say. Yeah, let's go for... Well, we can only go for 1 unit of them, but let's go for some Mirkwood units and leave it at that. Most of my units in the settlement are as strong as they're going to get, I think. I mean, I don't think retraining is going to matter too much, because I would imagine the attack is going to happen literally now. Who are Khazad-dûm at war with, then? If they're coming into my territory, is it Gundabad or is it Mordor? Where did they go to? They're hidden in the trees now? It's a very bizarre manner in which Mordor and Gundabad are approaching this, to be honest. Very strange indeed. Are they going to attack? They seem to be a little bit confused about what to do. The AI collapsing in on itself is not quite the way in which I envisioned surviving this Rune wanes, so yeah, Rune are on their last legs. Dorwinian have definitely had the better of them. Excuse me. Right. We could try and build stuff in Lim here as well. Can we actually escape with you now? No, they're stuck. I suppose we could try and retrain some of these units. I'm just not entirely convinced that it's going to happen quickly enough. 722 coins to retrain you. Yeah, we need to retrain this unit if we can. And the Yavanna's Chosen, possibly. And let's try and retrain you. Let's just see if we can make it happen. Over here, meanwhile. You're slowly getting back... Well, yeah, I'm getting back money now because Caras Galadhon is not being sieged by enough armies to the point where I'm actually losing money. So who are Khazad-dûm at war with, then, I wonder? If they're coming into my territory, they must be going after one of these armies, right? I guess it must... Yes, Gundabad. Okay. Well, I mean, if they want to come and help, then be my... Well, I'd rather you come and help with something a little bit better than that. 7 units is not going to be enough. Hello, Longcon. Now you've got a full stack. The balance of power will be in your favour, so it's unlikely they'll attack you. I mean, that's... potentially true. I mean, I suppose I do have Celeborn in there, but it's surprising because I think Stars on the General has a big impact on the auto-resolve, doesn't it? And they do have a Nazgul heading up one of their armies, so it's not as if I have a big advantage there. Okay, so Khazad-dûm are here. They're doing their thing. Is it just now a matter of trying to weather the storm? I can try and build up Amon Lank in the meantime. I guess they're just hanging out here now. The AI will only attack you when they are stronger than you. Yeah, but I mean, surely, like, I know the balance of power can be a little bit skewed because I'm elves, but there are 4 reasonably strong stacks literally surrounding Caras Galadhon on all sides. It's a little bit strange the balance of power is in my favour at all, to be honest with you. Faction announcements, retinue expands. We're also retraining our units now, so we have actually got... Well, now I suppose with retrained units it's a little bit more questionable whether it's worthwhile. Okay, well let's retrain some more then. Any units that are especially depleted, well you certainly are, so you can be retrained. And no more units available to retrain for them, so that's pretty much all we'll do for that, I think. Amon Lank, we could build the stables, but that's all we can build. Can we go down here? Mordor army at war. Dantalad's garrison is pitiful, actually. Are Gundabad and Mordor allies? Yes, they are. All of the Orc factions are allied. I think by the end, actually, Dol Guldur joined as well, but the main bulk of this invasion has obviously been headed by Mordor. Isengard, Moria, and Gundabad have all joined in. At one point, there was like 7 armies around Caras Galadhon, which naturally was not good. There goes the dog again at a very ill-opportune moment. Caras Galadhon itself, I mean, I definitely need to get a Hall of Culture in here so I get more recruitment slots in the capital when I can actually utilise them. As for Amon Lank, Militia Armory isn't really necessary. Builder's Guild House. I mean, Amon Lank is the one that I want to dump my money into at this point because there's no sense in doing it over here because it could get sieged at any moment. I am fairly tempted, honestly, to try and go forwards on the attack against Mordor over there, which is not something I thought I would have the opportunity to do, to be honest.
Yes.
What have we got over here? Erebor are still alive, but not doing too well. As for everywhere else, what happened to my... That's a Valesman diplomat in the middle of those trees. Right. This army is... I mean, this army should be enough to deal with small stacks, but if a large Isengard stack comes, I might have to abandon Rockberg, temporarily at least. If you sally out against that Mordor army, the dwarves might help. Yeah, but there's only like 3 units in this dwarven army. Well, 5 units. I mean, they're all good units, to be fair. Like, there's some Legion Hammerguard in there, which are very strong, but I'm not sallying out of Caras Galadhon. I'm not abandoning my current position because I don't really gain anything from it. If they attack me at this point, I'm actually fairly confident I could win this with retrained units and the like. You get into Eruri. And also, Mordor and Gundabad will reinforce one another because they are allied to each other. So it's not as if I can pick off Mordor and Gundabad separately. They will help one another. I'll save it there, and if we might come back to that, but for the time being, honestly, I think we could retrain some of the units down here as well to make sure we don't get attacked. 36, 54, 54, yeah, these are all really cheap retrains, to be honest, so we'll do that. And then we'll save up a little bit more money so that we can try and keep building up Amon Lank, formerly Dol Guldur. I'd like to do the same with Caras Galadhon as well, but time will tell whether we can do that. I'm actually surprised. I thought that this early game here would be... I thought we'd be crushed underfoot pretty quickly, to be honest with you, but it hasn't actually turned out that way. We may have actually saved ourselves. Yeah, the AI had me right where they wanted me, really, and they've just refused. Ooh, they're sieging me down. Mordor on the attack. That's fine, to be honest. As long as we're on the defence there, I'm not too bothered. We can make use of the arrow towers and the ballista that we've got in the settlement, and we've got a lot of archers. We'll probably go straight back to the town centre in that one, though. I think that would be the best idea. There's that one Dogaldor army. Be interesting to see where they go. I bet it's up to my little town over there. What have we got going on here? Settlement besieged. Faction announcements. Retinue expands. Right. 1800. Getting a couple more units now. I mean, that's the thing. Like, we do still need... We're getting some profits, but... Let's see. That may very well be the next battle we have to do, to be honest. There's a few Black Uruks, but I mean, it's not entirely Black Uruks, to be honest with you. There are some just Orc Fighters, Archers, Moran on Guard, just some poorer quality stuff. And they don't have a dedicated General's Bodyguard unit in that army, so I'm actually not terribly worried. The Rohirrim have actually saved that town from being sieged, which is nice. Hello, Lurk. We are in an interesting position still. We're just sort of waiting, hopefully, for this invasion to be broken. Those dwarves are just sort of waiting there. They want to get involved, but if they wanted to get involved, they should have brought down a full stack, to be honest. Then I definitely would have sallied out. Here we go. Hey, look, and the dwarves are they're in reinforcement range. That's interesting. So the dwarves are here. And it is... Is that just the Orcs of Gundabad? Alrighty. I mean, I'll definitely accept some assistance from them. It's a little... I have to say, like, I didn't think that Khazad-dûm would actually come to help me. It's very rare in Total War games that your allies are actually useful. It's not just been this campaign where they've been exceptionally under par, but fair play to Khazad-dûm. Oh, hang on a minute. What is this? Oh, I see. This is Khazad-dûm attacking them. Okay.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Well, I'm still okay with this, to be honest. Things aren't nearly as bad as they were last time. No, they are not, Ricky. And that is something we can definitely be grateful for. Yeah, this is the way that I wanted to be drawn into a fight like this, because this way Mordor actually don't come to Gundabad's aid. Not entirely sure why there's no... hang on a minute. Doesn't seem to be any... doesn't seem to be any sound effects. Everything is silent. Now there they are. I guess they're just because they're not technically on the field yet. Let's have a little look at Khazad-dûm's rosters. They've got the Khazad sentries. They've got some pikes. They've got the big boys over here though, the Legion Hammer Guard. An exceptionally powerful armor piercing unit. Right, what are they doing?
Fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
What on earth are you? Right. Hold on just a moment. Right, they do have wargs, so that is something worth considering. We also have an exceptionally archer-heavy army. A little bit confused as to why my why there are no sound effects, actually. Now that my armies are on the field, I don't have any marching sound effects for my army, which is a little bit strange. We are in a little bit of a strange position. We do need to... must we? You go off down that way. Oh, they've got... This is the siege army, yes, now I remember. Now I recall. Right, where are the Gurvaleg? We need to make sure that they are protected at all cost. And they're also not really going to be terribly useful in this situation because we don't really have the ability to protect them as easily as I would like. There's a bunch of our infantry as well. Come over here like that. Yeah, the Hammer Guard do look awesome, but heavy Dwarven units are always going to look really, really good. So the dwarves are heading up the hill now. I mean, in terms of infantry, you would imagine that Khazad-dûm should have the beating of Gundabad, but Gundabad are not bad at all, really. They're a little bit light on the defensive side of things, having a look at their roster, but they are most certainly a faction not to be taken lightly because of the amount of damage that they're capable of dishing out. We should definitely deal with these wargs first of all. There's a lot of arrows going their way. Time for the last samurai. So Yavanna's chosen? Yeah, get in there. Can't wait for them to kill millions of my elves on the charge. Okay. Oh, Snow Orc scouts. It's a bold move for you to be down here. Half trolls, we definitely need to start shooting them.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
So you would hope. Ooh, snow trolls. They're on the way. Trolls have definitely been a problem for us so far. And what about you? Yes, Lorien archers. Pale Uruks are on their way over. Let's get our cavalry out of there. Okay.
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy.
Well, that's unfortunate for him, but what is this? Gerthinen mounting guard and not exactly pushovers, but ooh, Berio eat Engelaith. Of course he goes right after my general. It would be very, very unfortunate if Celeborn were to get killed here, because that means we would have to reload, because I'm not having that. I'm not having Celeborn just get focused down by a unit of trolls. See, people say that archers in Divide and Conquer are the way to deal with trolls, but I really disagree. Look at how many arrows are going into them, and they just do not care. They just stand firm. Look how much damage he's taking. Please get out of there, for crying out loud. I mean, I can see him. His bright armour. The so-called best unit in Lothlorien just gets bantered easily by snow trolls. That's a sad, sad thing. I mean, it doesn't make sense, Jasdeep, because they're not a good counter to trolls. Look at how much they've managed to withstand. It just doesn't work. Like, you need high damage infantry to deal with trolls. Part of the problem as well is when you're engaging with trolls, they often get in and amongst your own men, so you're going to get tons of friendly fire. It's just a bizarre way of thinking. It's like how people used to think in Vanilla Third Age that a good way to deal with trolls was pikes when it was anything but. Right, hold on. We're losing on the front line as well. This battle's gotten way messier than I wanted it to, all because of the bloody trolls. Look at them go, look. It's a decent charge. Yeah, this might be a reload, honestly. Look at this, look.
Our allies have fled the field like cowards.
Yeah, this is not efficient enough. It's just not efficient enough. Mordor will attack me next turn, and with all of these losses that I'm sustaining, it's just not going to be worth it. I can understand the fact that trolls are sort of the high tier units that the orcs have at their disposal in this mod, but again, the best unit that I can field, and it gets absolutely mulched by a single unit of snow trolls. That's questionable for me. Perhaps it's just all the time I've spent engaged in Reforged and in Silmarillion as well, where certainly the way to deal with those monstrous units is with melee. And high tier units will generally do quite well against trolls, but that clearly is not the case in Divide and Conquer if the Berio y Engalaith get hammered so hard. Right. And I believe this was the situation we were in. Yes. Gundabad got some serious... Yes, they have. They can do a lot of damage with their infantry. Did you know that Assyrian got a legendary company? Yes, and so did Doriath. I think, isn't Assyrian's a detachment, so you can technically bring two. But Doriath is sort of more of a regular thing. Now then. It is also interesting that in that game as well, the dwarves just charged towards the enemy and got absolutely massacred.
We must defend these lands.
Yeah, I saw the Fingolfin unit, the horse archer. It's very detailed, I have to say. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Fight to the end.
I'm actually not having fun with this campaign anymore, I've got to be honest. It's just... the AI can just ignore everything else and just pile on me. Hello, Owen. Right, let's see in what way the game wants to make my life miserable this time. I was determined to not spend this entire stream whinging, but it's a little bit difficult to do when this is the situation. Right, anyway, get over here. Come on. There we go. Right. You two go up here. Where are the Elven Defenders? The free units we essentially get. You two over here like so. Baneguard, Wargs, surprise, surprise. So many Wargs. Okay, well. Aradunium. I don't know. I have to say, it's left quite a sour taste in my mouth, this campaign, to be honest with you. I think that is the Aradunium, Owen. I think they're the ones that they have some of their units, I think, have got some square shields. Right, they will probably just bulldoze through my units in the way that has become customary for every siege battle to be. A little bit more urgency, please. Morg Marauders, Spear Guard, Orthanc Sentries, that's a little bit worrying.
Launch the attack. We must keep up. Launch the attack.
A lot of them are hitting the dirt, but there's not really much we can do about that, I don't think. Wonder when the next patch for Reforged will come? I don't think for a little while, to be honest with you. I think progress on that has slowed down pretty considerably.
This is the way. We offer bows from Lorien.
Right, let's see. Wargs. Orthanc Sentries are firing missiles. Oh, so many of those arrows are being wasted. Yeah, we're losing that fight as well. Like, I do agree, there was one comment actually on the last part where what we're suffering from now is the fact that I just can't get my elite units out, and we're just being outclassed by the orcs now, which is a sad state of being. When you're the elves and you're getting not just outnumbered, but the enemy units are actually better as well. Hello, Manus. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. I'll go a little bit closer. You're firing far too slowly. It's a lot of damage we're pouring into those units over there, but a lot of the enemy fire is missing, which is nice.
Good tidings.
Hello, Llama Boy.
The enemy general lies dead.
Well, that's nice at least. I'm okay today. Alright. At this point it really is just a case of hoping that this is going to be sufficient, hoping that the ranged damage we have at our disposal is going to be enough, but Isengard are better at dealing with that than most. Yeah, now they're going to start taking our settlement. This might be another reload, to be honest. Do you know when you can do the FFA Wonderwolf sent you? I don't know who you're talking about, to be honest with you, Manus. Oh, they're out of ammo. Just going to melee then. Look at how little damage we're doing.
In command of the city.
Isengard's infantry has a lot of armour. Yeah, no, that's the problem. We just can't really rely on our ranged anymore, really, to do the business for us. They lost control of the settlement. I don't think we can even beat the Orthanc sentries in melee at this point, so it might be a bit of a moot point carrying on, to be honest with you. Last time they didn't attack us, so again, it will be yet another reload. Well, I don't have any AP because I haven't been able to build any AP because I've been under constant siege. So I can't afford any AP. Lorien don't have a lot of AP anyway. They only have their halberds, really. And to be honest, I haven't been that impressed with the Yavanna's chosen. They've taken way too many losses against even standard stuff. I don't remember it, to be honest with you, Menace. I've got the next 4 replays I'm going to record planned out. Right. What are they going to do this time? They didn't attack last time. Yeah, the Gorvaleg I've been... I mean, the Gorvaleg have been good in the siege situations, to be fair. I think the angles in Caras Galadhon just aren't the best for them. But yes, they're technically AP as well, aren't they? I don't know if the Elven King Gateguard that we can train now are AP, but I mean, it's kind of a moot point really, because they're being trained in Dol Guldur, which is far away from Isengard.
We must protect the people.
Ugh. What is making them... well, are they sieging this time, or are they just attacking straight away? I think they'll just attack straight away, right? Well, I think we're going to have to abandon Rockberg then. This is exactly the sort of thing I didn't want this campaign to devolve into. Very disappointing. Right. I don't want to have to spend hundreds of turns just dealing with these annoying roaches down here. And again, I wouldn't be needing to if Rohan weren't so utterly useless.
By the light of come, my brothers.
Let's see.
I'm gonna stick you.
Yeah, we're just going to have to abandon it.
At ease.
That's really annoying as well. But I mean, it's not as if Rockberg was growing at any sort of rate, so Ents probably wouldn't be here until turn 1000 at this rate, so it's not really terribly important to us, but... Hello, Raphael. Your kingdom is so small, why?
We must defend these lands.
Because I'm Elven, just as Manus says. In fact, my kingdom is probably too large. Rapid expansion is probably what has destroyed this campaign, to be honest with you. What have we got going on here? Oh, the ring is in Goblin Town. That's actually very tempting to go after. Rockberg is rioting. Isengard have actually gone away, so we can go back. Interesting. Elf is easy. Well then, may I direct you to the door and you can go and play an elven campaign of your own, my friend. Unfortunately, the difficulty of this campaign has been entirely of my own making, I think, because I tried to save Rohan. And I should have just left them to perish, and then the campaign probably would have been easy, yes. Right, let's see. I mean, I tried to help Rohan sue, and they lost Helm's Deep within like 15 turns. It was absolutely pathetic. Right, let's see here. Average 50-year-old marrying someone 1,000 years old. Khazad-dûm are on the way once more. Ooh, that's a big army, isn't it, actually?
Send them back to their underworld.
This is going to be tricky. But we do have a better defensive position here. The AI is probably going to do some sort of mouth-breathing mass push again, though, as they always do in sieges like this. And Lothlorien seem woefully under-equipped to try and deal with that. Right then. Well, with this in mind, what should we do? What should we do? For Christ's sake. Trying to get units to move in settlements is never not just a soul-destroying experience. Come on, for crying out loud. Yavanna's chosen. It's over there. Another unit of swordsmen, which we will actually keep back here, I think. If it will let me. Come on! There we go. Right. Got some spears back here as well. That's another unit of Albereth Sentinels. There are my March Wardens, which I will put here like so.
Give them your spears. Spears ready?
Oh, for crying out loud. I don't think this is going to go very well, but oh well. Nothing in this campaign bloody has so far.
Ready, elves. Lorien archers, ready for battle. I shall lead you well.
Oh, come on.
Ready, elves.
Right. Again, we're going to be reliant on ranged supremacy,
It's time for butcher's work.
but I'm not sure how far that's going to carry us, to be honest with you. What do you like more? You can't really compare the two. Manus. I've been asked that question a lot, and it's you can't compare them. They're for different purposes.
Our cunning foe has reached our walls with their
The enemy are battering down the gates. Ready, elves.
them, I guess. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go very well. They're shooting us, but... Again, like, they're just shooting... No, some of them are actually shooting in a good arc of fire. Okay, fair enough. Medieval 2 or Reforged.
The enemy's ram is through our gates.
Again, it's hard to say, man. Like, Medieval 2 is the base game.
Remove them. Ready, elves. They attack. There's the target.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
Weapons ready, elves. Stay on guard.
Can't wait to slice through my own men with these.
Remove them. Ready, elves.
Where is that Sauron's will? It's in there somewhere. That was some good shots. Let's shoot back there.
Ready, elves. Fire! I come on behalf of the elves. We meet them at last. Ready, elves. Ready, elves. Remove them.
Go over here. Moran on guard. Multiplayer matches are a bit more entertaining to watch.
We offer bows from Lorien. We travel from Lorien. We meet them at last.
Alright, let's see here.
We bring swords from Lorien.
And you go there as well. Yeah, this is the problem, isn't it? Like, it's just a case of mass at this point. We just don't have enough. Okay. Victory is almost a certainty. Where is the Sauron's will? It's in there somewhere. Ah, there it is. In and amongst this mess. There's no need to go after them actually, because they're going after my cavalry, I think. Which I am absolutely alright with. These Lorien archers are still shooting. Okay, good. Victory seems certain.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Remove them.
Go after the archers. We surviving? Not so sure about that, Calvin. Not quite for the reasons that were initially thought, but it's still panic stations to a certain extent. Oh, sod it. This front line's going pretty poorly at this point. We're going to hit our own men as they walk past, I'm sure. Okay. Let's go down here with them. Sauron's will, though. They're worth going after. It is, yes, Calvin. But this town may very well not be. Where did they go? Why did they go back into the town centre? That's not where I told them to go. Pathfinding. Yeah, we've fallen behind in terms of the units that are on the field at this point, and I don't think we're going to be able to dig our way out of the hole. Right, go down this street. I'll just shoot into the middle of them, actually. It's better than just letting them slowly wear us down. Yeah, you go there, actually. It's a slightly better angle for you, at least. Those are decent hits. And we will have a little bit more to commit to the front line as well as soon as these archers are out of ammunition. Right, what about the cavalry?
Good tidings.
Well, there goes the enemy general. Okay. It's a big rout as well. Okay. Get into the maulers.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Sauron's will are over there. Okay, well we can shoot them with our march wardens. And with you, actually. Okay. We can get just one shot into them. Actually, you go back down here. Right. Stop. Archers. Okay. Those are Black Uruk archers, though I can't really afford to send one individual unit. What is my least favourite faction? I'm not sure, really. Like, I suppose you mean in Reforged. Depends whether to play as or thematically. I think I've never been particularly good as playing as Linden, but I like Linden. Their lack of armour is a bit of a concern, though. Orc host. Start chasing those guys down, actually. What's actually stood in the way at this point? Just orc archers? Okay. Right, we don't want to engage the Sauron's will 1-to-1, really. Want to get the March Wardens ready. Come on, how come those orc hosts are still, or orc archers are still not broken? Oh yeah, the hobbits. I'm not really a big fan of the hobbits, if I'm being honest.
Be quick. I shall lead you with. Crush them.
Okay, they're hunting stuff down. Good. Right. I'm going to charge in there now. Why not? Just roll on through, actually. No, don't go back that way.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Oh, that broke them. About time too. The witches should be removed from Reforged. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was friendly fire from our own ballista. This might be enough to break them, actually. Maybe not. Okay, you go round here then. Oh, we've still got a unit of LORIEN warders. Get them over here. Everything is going to be important at this point. Sauron's will. These Black Uruk archers are shaken. I'm just wondering if our general is going to be killed off first. No, that's not the way I wanted you to go. Why would you take the path of most resistance, you idiot? Yeah, the towers are doing some good work.
Be quick. We must keep our borders safe.
Sure, charge into them. Come on then. Why are they not charging in? Oh, come on. Be reasonable, for crying out loud. We're going to take losses on every charge into them, to be honest with you. It will get them further away from the front line though, which may honestly be worthwhile. Another unit of Elbereth sentinels on the front line probably wouldn't go amiss either, if we're being honest. Could probably do with starting to shoot those up on the wall as well. Well, it's better than being demonetized, Justy. My favourite movie? Blade Runners. Well, Blade Runner is probably one of my favourite movies, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think when it comes to Reforged, like the overabundance of stuff like rangers and javelins and pikes does push things to go a certain way. There we go. You. Let's see here. What are you actually going to fire at? Will you actually fire at the Sauron's will that are on the wall, or will you try and go through your own men?
Lorien archers, ready for battle. Remove them. Quick.
The Death of Stalin's a good movie, Jasdeep, yes. What is going on here? I don't want to be screwed out of a victory like this because of the pathfinding. We break them? Sauron's will do seem like the sort of unit that would be kind of difficult to break, but this is a little bit strange, to be honest with you. I think that the pathfinding has gone a bit skewed on this battle, because I don't think a lot of these units know where they're going.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems
Still not liking our chances, which is a little bit concerning, to be honest with you. I can't charge in with my cab, which is the most frustrating thing.
only half our force remains.
See if we can't get at least one volley off with our ballista. My units just can't engage properly. I'll just go back there. Yeah, get out of there. You're just getting killed because of the... You're getting caught on everything. Go that way first.
Be alert, sentry. We must do justice to the enemy. Close in on them.
Wonder if he got left behind, the actual general himself. Probably, right? I think that one without the helmet... No, he has got a helmet. Let's get our general out. Or at least into a position where he can help a little bit more. Oof. There's the cavalry. Could just sit and wait a little while for the towers to do the business as well.
We must bring justice to the enemy. Stand together.
Surely they're not going to last too much longer. Yeah, I do like that as well, Holy Curran. Come on, break already.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favour. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Kill all of them off. I don't know what it is about Medieval 2 and how when you sometimes like select a large unit, a large group of units to do the same thing, they all scatter to the four corners of the earth.
Ready, elves.
Right.
We bring swords from Lorien. Elves, over here. Must bring justice to the enemy. Elves, over here.
Okay then. There's still one dude over here. Just wait for the towers to do the job, I guess. It's going to take a little while, but if you win, sell the settlement. It might not be the worst idea actually selling it to Dorwinion, because I think that they're in a much better position to withstand Mordor's standard armies as well. And then I only have to deal with the regular stuff. There's no point in giving it to Erebor. Erebor have been crap this campaign. They've been absolutely useless. They just lose it immediately. Dorwinion or Dale, though, not the worst idea. And Dorwinion as well, it's connected to their territory. So Dorwinion have honestly been the MVPs of this campaign. They've just been taking names. Right. They're really eager to come after them, aren't they? Okay. I mean, with them actually, might be a good idea to come out here and try and kill them off now. Look at them lose some of their unit models as well with those arrow towers. You actually go out there like so. You go this way. You go this way. Yes, excellent. Okay. Oh, let's run them all down.
It's time to press the attack.
I mean, that's a nice victory, but I don't know if it's going to actually save us per se. Selling the settlement is certainly not the worst idea, though. It would also let us come back over with this army, or at least what's left of it, to Dol Guldur, which should have more free unit slots for us. Should be able to catch up with them. Speedy Elven Cavalry. That was a victory I didn't expect to be able to get, to be honest. 200 elves lost.
Only the mightiest of generals.
Well, it's something. Something to be grateful for at long last. Maybe if we can continue as well. I mean, the invasion is maybe not the worst thing. How long until the stream is ended? Probably about an hour-ish, I would say. Execute all of them. Need to get a diplomat over to Dorwinion. Give them this settlement. Maybe I could give it to them just in exchange for an alliance. I wonder if they'd accept that. There's an independent realms army. The remnants of Dol Guldur. Right, first things first, we definitely need to save it after that. Right. We have got money. Are they armor piercing? No, they're not. So they're just like a heavily armored version of the Gurthinen, basically. Which is not the worst thing in the world, but I mean, they've got a nice high base attack. 18 is very high, actually. Hello, Lango. Right, what can we build here? Horse archers. Eh. Horse archers really aren't the most significant thing, to be honest. Right, anyway. You are a spy.
Yes.
Right, you're a diplomat. Okay, so it's already saved. First things first, let's grab all of you lot. Start moving you backwards.
Your orders. What is it you wish to discuss?
I will give you a region. that one. And something suitable in return for our offer. You know what, I'm just going to give it to them as a... They're just going to say no if I try and get money for it, aren't they? How much money do AI factions typically give you for territory in this mod? Because knowing my luck, it doesn't matter what I'll do, they'll just say no regardless. 10k for a settlement like this? I find that hard to believe, Holy. This settlement's rubbish. 2k sounds a little bit more reasonable. There's no way they give me 10 to 20k. Their wealth is meagre for a start. Oh, very generous. Maybe it is possible. Sure, 10k.
No, we cannot agree to this now.
Of course. Yeah.
An honor and a pleasure. Farewell.
I'm starting to actually quite dislike this, to be honest. Gotta be honest, I was much more enthused about Divide and Conquer at the start of the campaign rather than now. Yeah, it's a very generous offer. How about no? It was even better when I tried to give Rohan Helm's Deep back for free and they said no. Bizarre. Right.
Dwarven warriors.
Come, my brothers.
My lord, approaching, you have a proposition for us? Accept this wonderful deal with
Sure.
pleasure.
That'll do.
Well, that
Just
seemed fruitful.
Take it and be gone.
Sire.
Right. We still actually have that army there.
Follow me.
Which, I mean, as long as they don't attack, may as well keep them there just for the reinforcements. I mean, they'll probably just get run over in the end, but we've got so many generals at this point. Look how many generals we've got just stuck in Caras Galadhon. Alright, I'm saving that. Now then. Oh, the ringers in Goblin Town as well. It's really tempting to just grab the ring as quickly as I possibly can, but as soon as this invasion is done with, don't know if they can even get to the Gundabad armies at this point. They're just sort of shuffling around. Well, I mean, such as it is. With any luck, maybe, sure. Khan Doom under siege. That's interesting. So it's finally turned around up there. The Northern Dunedain have been under siege for a long time, but now it looks like the opposite is true. Angmar are actually one of the few evil factions which have probably underperformed in this campaign, to be honest with you. What the hell's going on over there? I've still got this army over here which has been sort of marooned out here for ages. Why are we building an art gallery here? Because we don't have a general there, that's right. A militia armory. We don't want a military build policy. We want a growth build policy. And we don't want that either. Right. Goodbye, Manus. Right, they're a bit happier now. Good. Don't know why they were on military build policy in the first place. We've got a lot of units out here, honestly, which we could probably do with combining. Just to bring our... This really is just a garrison force which has been stuck out here for the longest time. Yeah, that'll do. Right, elsewhere. Right, what can we build in this settlement? Just regular bog standard units. We can build a couple more things over here, I suppose. It may not be the worst thing to try and reinforce Rockberg before Isengard come back. Yeah, this campaign's weird, Tejas. Pretty much everything that you would expect to happen hasn't. And I suppose that you would expect Mordor to eventually overrun Gondor, which has kind of happened. I think you would expect Isengard to eventually beat Rohan, maybe not in quite the dominant fashion that they did, but such as it is. But Gundabad have won up here. That's quite interesting. Let's see. Right, let's just save it here. Right here and now. Amon Lank. What can we build for you? This would give us access to some good infantry, which I think we do need, really. We also could really do with some more economic bonuses, to be honest. March Wardens. Have you tried lowering your taxes? I can't lower my taxes because there's no general in there. Artorius. And hey, by the way, you need a general in the settlement to directly do the taxes. Could just wait another turn for the Builders Guild House. We could really do with all of these armies just leaving. Yes, that has been the because Gondor was actually doing really well, but they did have to go back and defend their border from Isengard at one point. That isn't what did them in, though. I think what ultimately finished them off. Oh, just the one army of Gundabad this time. He's only got 128 soldiers. What's he playing at? Whatever. He's going to charge into the guts of that Gundabad army and get torn to pieces. I know he is. But yes, I think what ultimately killed Gondor off was when Khand took the Blue Wizard's offer but then lost to Mordor. When they were able to... Right, here we go. That poor Khazad-dûm general's unit, to be honest with you, is doomed. Legion... Deep in guard. Very nice and all, but they're going to get ripped to pieces by this Gundabad army, and of course Gundabad have got siege weapons. Don't know what he was thinking here, but no matter. We We can set ourselves up. What is our ally doing? There he is. He's going to get into some raiders. Who knows? Maybe Khazad-dûm's bodyguard unit is so powerful that nothing can stand before it. Right.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
Okay.
Let's pray it remains as such.
Caliborn. Right. You get over here. We'll get our Guva leg into position as well, because I think that's probably our best bet of dealing with the bloody trolls. Who would win? A 1,000-year-old warrior who's had all that time to perfect his craft, or one big dopey blob of muscle and fat wielding part of a tree stump? Apparently the latter. Well, the eastern problem is more Mordor than anything else, I think. Because Rune have... Mercifully, Rune have failed in their endeavours in this campaign. If they hadn't, if Rune were also beating Dorwinion, it might be... it might already have been all over for us, to be honest with you. What are you doing? Oh, bloody hell. Right, we need to get ourselves in. This is why I don't like reinforcing as an army, because they just come out in just such an awful blob most of the time. Shoot at them, would you? Go over leg. Right. Now, this is the moment where you can prove me wrong as a doubter. If none of them die, despite having taken a full volley from the front from the Guva leg, and they do actually. How about that? Very impressive. It's about bloody time. Right. You get in behind here. We're taking massive damage at this point from siege equipment, which is not what we want, but you know what? No matter. There's still one troll left alive. Because of course there is. Ah, good. The warders did intercept him. Half trolls. Are you in range of them? Let's see if we can't do some damage. There's one troll remaining. I don't want you getting killed by trolls.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
So you would hope. We are still taking unnecessary losses at the end of the day from this though, which is somewhat disappointing, but I suppose nothing can be done. Get Athena there. Right, you can shoot at them, not you. You can as well though. The Guva leg, they really don't have much range, which is their biggest shortcoming. Right, is that troll still there? Is he? I don't think he is. Oh, the half trolls are now firing in. Okay. Shoot the raiders. Just shoot something. Hopefully the collateral will go through them and hit the half-trolls. Actually, just shoot the half-trolls directly. Yes, there we go. Good. Backwards. This is the problem with having an army that is like so heavy on the archer front. It does make you somewhat inflexible. I can't really go on the offensive to the extent that I would like. But it really can't be helped. Fighters. What is this? Half trolls? No, 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 no. You get back over here now. They're still hidden. You go out here, actually. Yeah, they're all pretty much archers. Right, where is the... there they are. Get both of our Guvaleg in the same place. Oh, there's a mountain guard, actually. Can shoot them with our body-piercing projectiles, I think.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
This is certainly a bit messy, but this is what comes of having so many archers in one stack. Again, not really what would be my choice, but we need to get into that ballista as well, I think. Yeah, those mountain guard are taking some losses now. Good. Black shield archers. Yeah, actually, you shoot into them. See if we can't do some damage to those pale uruks as well with our... Wrap up around the flank. Black shield warriors. So yeah, you shoot them. Those two units, shoot there. Ugh. Grizzly. Okay. Get after them. Oof, yeah, those mountain guard just got levelled by the Guvaleg. So yeah, it has been the angle ultimately in Caras Galadhon, which has made that a little bit less than ideal, which makes sense. God, those half trolls though. Don't worry, we can deal with them. We will get into a nice position there. And you go over here as well, like so. Well, they are going to get the catapult crew in the way. It's a little bit unfortunate, but such is the way of things. God, those half-trolls, victory is almost a certainty. Nasty stuff. Right, well, ill-advised. Oh, why would you tilt the line like that? Now I can't use my body piercing. Bloody typical. Go after them. Hunt them down like dogs and cuddle like I don't know if I want to cuddle a half troll. They don't really seem like cuddlers. See, like, this is the problem. Like, the Yavanna's Chosen, they just tie themselves up in knots. Like, I'm not too impressed with the halberds. Right. They can just sit there, to be honest.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Is there anything I have free? Not really. Look at how much damage the half-trolls have done to my sentinels. That's crazy.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Shoot in there. Black Shield warriors. No, don't get into melee with them. What are you doing? God, the pathfinding, I swear. There's something off about the pathfinding compared to the other Lord of the Rings Medieval 2 mods, I swear. I think Yavanna's Chosen should be a pike unit. The Halberd Phalanx in this is just like nowhere near as good. It's just like, considering this is a heavily armoured line infantry unit, I'm surprised they're still alive actually.
Our allies have fled the field like cowards.
But like, considering that this is supposed to be like a heavily armoured line infantry unit, the Pale you would expect the Yavanna's Chosen to be good against them in melee, but they just weren't very good there. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Right, can we please deal with these half-trolls at this point?
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Right, very nice. The ballista crew is pretty much spent. Over here, the orc fighters are finally broken. Yeah, they will continue to do their thing. Pale Uruks, like now, yeah, now they're broken. Good. As are the Black Shields. You lot charge in there. So yeah, we're going to win. It's not going to be too costly, but it's survivability and heavy mass is what works against Halberd. Naked dude with a massive axe would have fared worse. Well, yeah, that's true against all of it, but generally, well, I mean, yeah, that's any weapon is going to kill someone with no armor on. But like the problem is, like, for an armor piercing, like this is the unit I have that's supposed to be good against armor. And yeah, I know, look, the Galadhon guards are like better than the Yavanna's Chosen in every way, but it just, if you're going to make them like the armor piercing option in the mid game, they just don't seem to have that oomph. Yeah, easy as you like. Just shoot them. Might want to get out of there actually. What's going on over in the distance? Snow Orc Raiders. Nothing to be concerned about. And yeah, Val, I know the armor values in DAC generally are what make units survivable. It's definitely a different mindset to get into when you see like a heavy swordsman unit that only has like a defensive skill of like 6 or 5. Very strange. My sentinels got handily beaten there, really. Right, get up onto the hill, lads. What's going on with the Black Shields at this point? Where are the Black Shields? Oh, there they are. Yeah, deal with them. But yes, the Grivaleg definitely did well against the trolls there. So it was a matter of the angle in Caras Galadhon, which is good. It means that they are definitely worth their while in building.
Like this, we will smash the enemy.
It's always good to have a unique unit that you can rely upon. I think there's a wood pigeon right on the roof just above me because I can hear it very clearly even through my headphones, which is a rare thing.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
What's going on there? Why are you still firing? Stop. And hunt them down. So that's one Isengard. Oh, Isengard. One Gundabad stack surrounding us, dealt with. Technically the dwarves came to our aid, albeit with one unit. The dwarves do like being frugal, I suppose. Our cavalry took a bit of a beating there, but no matter. Yeah, they are. That's how I would think of them, Val. Like, their range is very short. They've got a lot of killing power, but not a lot of ammo. It's definitely more akin to a javelin than an archer, really.
Clear victory.
We lost 200. That's not really the end of the world, because that was the artillery stack that Gundabad sent forth. Yeah, did something kill my cavalry there? Was that friendly fire or something? I don't know what happened there. Or did I go through stakes, maybe? No, none of the Gundabad units on the field could deploy stakes, can they? Maybe the mountain guard can? Well, execute all of them. The dwarves are here. Where did Mordor's invasion army go? Or did it hide in the trees? There it is. Oh, come on, just give up on this now, Mordor. Ah, well, this is unfortunate. Right, yeah, we're gonna have to.
Evil must not be allowed to triumph this day.
We're gonna have to abandon Rockberg. It was the ballista that killed your cav. Oh, right. Yeah, because it was going crazy. What have we got over here? We'll have a look and see if this is doable, but I'm going to assume not. That's not good. Heavily armoured Uruk-hai pikemen, lots of archers. Oh yeah, berserkers, we're done for. Run for the hills! You lads stay behind. There's no way I can win this one, see you. The pikes are too heavily armoured. My archers won't punch through. There was a less intimidating Isengard army that attacked this settlement before that we couldn't deal with. And I'm not bothering with that. Like, they'll win. Are you serious, Val? Really? This is how it's gonna happen, is it? Well, Rumil's effed then. There's no way. Absolutely no way we win this. Isengard units are like a sponge. Even the unshielded stuff just withstands arrow fire indefinitely. It's no surprising though. It's not surprising though. Just-Eat, because it's been obnoxious. What is this? Berserkers, my lads. Look, sprint. They're gonna rip through my units. Absolutely tear them limb from limb. And even worse is the archers and the crossbows. But yeah, there's no way we win this. Absolutely no way. We're doomed. Well, this guy's dead. Another one of our unique generals sacrificed to the gods. Right, yeah, actually, you lot get out of there.
foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
Really? I never would have guessed. It's a good thing the announcer's here. I never would have grasped that with my tiny brain. The invasion doesn't seem like it is finishing. It just seems to be going on indefinitely. And I guarantee as well it's the sort of thing that they'll just be able to do again in another 10 turns with no cost to themselves. Yeah, you're probably right. They're still going after my general. The Berserkers are struggling a little bit. Oof, don't know what the frame rate's doing there. Right. Right. No, I'm not doing an Isengard campaign, not after what they've done to me. The Berserkers have... If my archers could get into position quickly, maybe it's not entirely hopeless.
Defeat seems almost certain.
But they seem to be taking their sweet time about it. Again, that's not where I told them to go. I told them to go toward the edge, not there. Shoot them. Shoot them. Okay. There's only 5 Berserkers remaining. Okay. Okay. Still not sure we can deal with all of their stuff in melee, but... Lothlorien is even easier. The problem is, Val, I just haven't been able to do that because I haven't been given enough room to actually get enough money to build my high tier stuff. I need to keep building my regular units, otherwise I'm going to get overwhelmed and crushed. There is nothing else to be done. That's not the unit I'm telling you to shoot, but, you know, you do you. No, just shoot where you are then. Useless. Most of them are hitting their targets, I suppose. See if we can't go around with 8 soldiers. Crossbows. Yeah, they're nearly spent. Well, we're not going to have anything left in the town centre. At least I know for the next campaign that if one of my allies is in trouble, I just leave them to perish and focus on myself and try not to be thematic. Because that is what has ultimately led to all of my problems in this campaign.
Our enemy has command of the city.
Finish them all off. What is with the frame rate here? What's going on? Is that the crossbows that are responsible for that? We need to kill all of them off, otherwise they will take the town centre before we can kill off all the others at range. Fine, you go after them. Look at this, look. Like, we've been shooting them for ages and they still won't fall over. How many arrows is that just thudded into them? 24-ish? At least a quarter of 100. Only one fell in that volley. Only one fell in that volley. He's still alive. He's still alive. And there he goes, finally.
Our foe has lost control of the city.
Right, they're out of ammunition now, so shoot at them with everything you have left. Are they all out of ammo? They may very well be. I don't think we have enough, to be honest, anyway. They're significantly less armoured, so it's probably worth our while to go after them. Well, okay. We need to attack them, unfortunately, in melee. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough. Their armour's just too good.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Even if we end up defeating them here, I don't think we can... sod it. Sure, just... actually. Well, we need to go ahead and get on in there. Don't know if we're going to have enough, though. It's going to definitely be very difficult.
The enemy is no longer in command of the city. Be quick. This is the way. Be quick. Launch the attack.
Well, Rumil could still sort of catch a stray sword blow, which would probably finish us off, but
for the moment the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
oh, they are breaking. Well,
We must keep our borders safe. We must keep our borders safe. Launch the attack.
yeah, Lango, easy. It's just as simple as that. Just got to do that every time.
Cowardly foe runs. It's time to press
Right.
the attack.
Well, we definitely need to
I come on behalf of the elves. Remove them.
finish off as many of them as we can at range. Easy as that.
We meet them at last. We meet them at last.
We await your command.
We must bring justice to the enemy.
It's got a lot of range, these archers, haven't they?
Cast them back into the earth.
Might of the elves, I suppose. Well, fragility of the enemy morale more than anything, I think, with that one. this guy manages to hold on for a little bit longer. We need to get some regular units over here. Those units that we've got all the way on the eastern part of our kingdom, to be honest with you, we need to move back over. Because now that we're not under immediate threat from Dol Guldur, over on that side of things, I think we can get away with it. Well, it's certainly been an interesting... I'm not going to sell Rockberg to Isengard Lurk, they're my enemy. If they want it, they can tear it from my cold, dead hands, as I thought they were going to this battle.
This is it! Attack! We're waiting to close in on them.
Well, I'm just trying to think about, I mean... As soon as the invasion ends, which hopefully will be soon... But you could use some money. Not from Isengard. Thematically, there are some things which make absolutely no sense that I just refuse to do. And one of them is going to be making peace with Isengard at this point.
Is a clear victory.
Yeah, and selling the Isengard Rockberg would still mean that they border my territory directly. That doesn't help me. I could maybe give it to Rohan, but Rohan have proven themselves useless at holding onto territory. The pro gamer move, shoot Orky with the pointy end of Elven Twig. Yeah. That's not good. Isengard have taken that as well. Yeah, they're going to take that castle, aren't they? Easily.
We must protect the people!
Oh no. When is this invasion going to end? Just go away. You're ruining the campaign. How bad can rebellion armies be? No, like what happens is if the town rebels, it becomes an independent realms town, and often the garrisons at this point in the game will be like a 3/4 stack of high tier units, so it'll be a pain in the ass to take it back.
Come, my brothers!
What sort of army is that?
Have a taste of my blade.
It's doable, I suppose. Is there any way to see how long is left in this bloody invasion?
For the light!
Go this way.
Form up!
Amon Lank. Now then. Let's see. Yeah, that I think is going to be the way to go here, a Builder's Guild House, so that we can continue to build you up. As for over here... Yeah, but the problem is I did that Lango with this settlement down here, which you can see is actually still an independent realms town. That was obviously the gap of Rohan, which separates Isengard and Rohan, and there was a big independent realms force in there, and Isengard had the big brain move of just going around the town, and then Rohan collapsed. So, you know, AI, next gen, here we go. I will do Val, but I want to get the Builder's Guild House so that everything I build there is significantly cheaper first. Oh, Jesus. What do I do? What do I do? Right.
Sire!
Maybe we can draw them away from the castle. You, my friend, are doomed if they decide to attack.
By the light of Elbereth!
Is this a battle we can actually win, or is this a full... Nah, that's going to be too difficult for us to win.
Come, my brothers. Scout the area.
This up here, on the other hand.
Elves. Onward.
Get some Mirkwood units on the go. Let's sod it. No, the map does update under Fog of War Val because Mordor banners appeared over the Gondor territories that I've quite literally never seen myself. So what happens when the invasion ends? Do these armies just disappear, or all of a sudden do they cost upkeep? Ah, they attacked. Okay, well. RIP. Oh, this campaign could still be over. This invasion's killing me, because I cannot defend myself from Isengard while those armies are just clustered around my capital. Hello, your enemy's friend. The Cornered Dragon. No one cares about Rune, you've been useless. I've been rewarded with gold coins. Hooray.
For the light. Come on. Ready, elves.
Right. We need units. Desperately. Any units will do. Sure. All three of you.
Follow me.
Go this way. It's probably not worth our time to keep... Is there any way to see how long this invasion's been going on for? Because they seriously just need to piss off now. There's no way, Val. I had one unit of 38 Alberus Sentinels. Their arrows do little more than tickle the half-orcs. There are 3 armies outside Caras Galadhon Holy. There's a hidden Gundabad army in there as well, so it would go very poorly. Oh, Khazad-dûm actually did get rid of them though. Yeah, but usually they did siege for a turn, so they probably had ladders and stuff, Val. Lorien prospers. Yes, we do want to retake that settlement if we can. Right. Well, let's see. What is this? They are... That's a really poor army, actually. This is the strong one, isn't it? That's not very good, though, to be honest. Right, hang on a minute. Right.
Come, my brothers. Follow me. Scatter them.
Sure.
Send them back to their underworld.
Nazgul. Right, here we go. Now then, we can actually deploy this time as well, which is jolly nice. Right. Look at how many generals we've got in this army. Right. Also, it's just an unholy... I wish you could just reorganise your armies by just changing the portraits around, but you need to literally... It just depends on when they were added to the army, so it's just going to be a mess forever, I guess. Like so. Enemy cavalry could be a bit of a concern, but hopefully the Gurvileg can deal with them. Spears. Again, like it's a massively archer-focused army, this. Okay. Why are you moving forward? You said you were in range. Oh, they're going to go backwards, aren't they? The AI is nothing if not predictable and annoying. This is often why I do prefer playing Total War in multiplayer, because the AI never really is all that effective on the battlefield. They're good at elongating battles, but nothing else, really. And they're just going to have to charge towards me when I outrange them in the archer stakes anyway, so what's the point of this? This is a fairly elite army, I suppose. There's not very many men in it, but I mean, we've got a lot of pretty high tier stuff. That's Inas Rim, isn't it? Don't want to be dealing with them. They just... See, what's the point of that? They didn't even take up a good position. They just moved backwards a little bit. Yeah, shoot into them. Okay. I know, Val, I've done that, I think, in every part of this campaign so far. Is this going to be enough to convince them that it's in their best interest to move forward, I wonder? Not like that, it won't. Shoot the ones that are just in behind them then. We don't have much infantry, which is it is a concern. I think kiting backwards is definitely going to be the order of the day as soon as we get into range. To the point actually where I think I'm going to move backwards with you. Don't know how good my archers are really going to be in this situation, but needs must. Moran on guard, raiders, host. You know what, sod it. Let's just shoot something. No, I did, Val. Aragorn ruled wisely and well. And that's about it. Gamp Rim.
We travel from Lorien. Advance.
It only looks like a few units that we've got, but it's actually a lot of small units. Black Uruk archers, eh? Shoot them. Morgul chosen. Okay. Just keep rolling backwards with what units that we can. Get our ballista out of there as well.
Our valor will stand. Launch the attack. Ready elves.
What is this? Black Uruks? That's not really the kind of unit that I wanted to use my Gurvaleg on, but needs must. Sure, just shoot, fire at will, I guess. Yeah, that ruined their lives. Keep an eye on that Inas Rim back there. We can probably break them pretty quickly, actually. Ooh, Temple Wards. That is an ideal target for the Gurvaleg. Yeah, shoot them. Yes, look at that damage. Marvellous.
The
Right,
battle is
get
very
back
much
there.
in our favour. Victory will be ours.
No, retreating wasn't a suggestion. It was an order. Yeah, shoot the Inis Rim as well, actually. You've got yourself into a pretty sticky situation there, my friends. Moran on guard. Ivana's chosen have been most disappointing so far. To shoot the temple wards. You can retreat. Again, the marching sounds appear to have abandoned proceedings. Yeah, you get back down here. It's a little bit messy at this point, but no matter. Shoot them, actually. Get the Gurvaleg in behind. Black Uruk Halberds are a good target to try and shoot. Get Athena down there. Get into the Morgul Chosen. You need to get out of there now. They may end up being caught, but that's not the end of the world. No, they should be able to slip away, actually. Only 6 temple wards remain. Still a few orc archers. That's
The enemy are
unfortunate.
badly bloodied. They have lost half their
Ivana's chosen are still doing their thing.
Lorien archers, ready for battle.
Defeat seems certain for them. Go up around there. Where are the rest of the temple wards? They are nowhere. They may in fact be dead. Shoot them. Run on guard. There's Orc host over there. Yeah, they are, Val. Which is cool. They may not be the most impressive unit in the roster so far. To be fair, I could level the same criticism at the Sentinels of Keren Amrod, to be honest with you. They die pretty quickly for such an expensive unit. Okay, that should be them done. Let's shoot them as well, actually. Okay, you know what? Just stop. We've done enough damage. They're fighting the temple wards, which is maybe not ideal, but maybe if they collapse in on them it should be fine. Host. That's not ideal. Really bad compared to Mirkwood's mid-tier unit. Upgrade their armour. You need to have the right building. Actually, I have... Well, I've upgraded the Caras Galadhon smithy as much as I could before it started getting under siege, so... It isn't quite that simple. No, don't go that way. This way. Is that the Nazgul? No, it's Gerthinen. So where was the Nazgul then? Was he in the... I guess he is in the temple wards, right? Right, can you please halt? Gerthinen are winning. So are those Morannon guardsmen there. Okay. No, you get access to a Mirkwood shock infantry unit, but it's not an axe unit, it's a glaive unit. I've actually got one unit of them in another army. Yeah, those Orc archers are doomed. Okay. Black Uruks are sticking around a little bit longer. What about the temple wards? Are they still fighting? 3 of them are. Okay. Well. Surely that is that. Where is the last one?
Good tidings.
There he goes.
The enemy general lies dead. Be awed by the victory
Okay.
we have won here today.
Another invasion army bites the dust. The Mythi... No, it's not that one, Val. It's the Elden Kings something. No, the Moria goblins haven't been here for a while, Lango. I think it's another Mordor army. And the really depleted Gundabad one, but I think Khazad-dûm are chasing them away.
You will ruin these trees no longer.
Enemy camp sacked. Right. We have negative coins. Not for the first time.
Sire,
Right. You can go in there actually for the time
you
being,
will
just
not see us in the forest.
as a stopgap. Okay. Well, like I said, today was always going to be a slightly shorter stream because there are things that need doing today from my end. But hopefully next time, like, it's not as hopeless as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, the game continues to test my patience. But yeah, the Elven King's Gate Guard. But no, you don't get the high tier Mirkwood units. You sort of get a bunch of mid tier Mirkwood units if you take the Alliance. And I think the same is true as well if you're Mirkwood and vice versa. I think you get a bunch of Lothlorien sort of middle tier units. Not that they're really Lothlorien's creme de la cremes, but so to speak. I haven't been terribly impressed with the mid tier sort of green and chain units, to be honest with you. I don't really think they're worth all that much more than the standard ones, if I'm being brutally honest. But anyway, that will be the end of the stream for today. Like I said, it was always going to be a slightly shorter one. But the next stream, I think we will probably do it on either Friday or Saturday. It kind of depends on when I'm available, when is the best time. And on the day where I don't stream, there will instead be a regular sort of pre-recorded video up. Yeah. The number of dead orcs around Caras Galadhon should keep the land fertile for centuries. I'm not so sure about that, Ricky. I think it's probably poisoned the Golden Wood, if anything else, considering the amount of dead orcs that there are littered around Caras Galadhon. It's probably not such a pretty place anymore. But yeah, like I said, either Friday or Saturday will be the next stream, and hopefully we can finally end this nightmare and we can actually start moving towards the enemy. If I can end this invasion quickly... was the ring up here, or did the ring not spawn in this version of the game? I don't know. Regardless, next time I think what we will try to do is, wherever the ring shows up after this invasion is done with, we will go directly for it. And we're going to try and deal with Mordor that way, because I can't put myself through systematically destroying each one of their territories, given how obnoxious they have been already, and we haven't really fought them properly on their turf yet. But hopefully next time we can get something going, because I don't want this to be my impression of Divide and Conquer, because I know that it's not just this. But I'm very glad to hear that they're getting rid of the invasion mechanics in version 5, because before this invasion popped up, I actually had a clear idea of what we were doing, and you could say it's made the campaign interesting, but I disagree. I think it's made the campaign slow, bogged down, annoying, all of those things. And it's not to the game's credit that this is possible, to be honest with you, that they can just march halfway across the map to a territory that only one of them borders, and they just dogpiled on me. And yeah, very like even this look, like I think this is an Isengard town now, so I don't think that's accurate any longer. Kind of hard to tell, but regardless. Well, hang on a minute, let's save. We'll do the FOW thing next time, right at the start, really, because I think depending on how doomed Gondor is and how, well, non-existent Rohan are, it's a weird situation to be in. Anyway, I've been rambling long enough. There are things that I've got to be getting on with. So hopefully you have enjoyed this campaign for what it is so far. I don't think it's the best advertisement for Divide and Conquer, to be honest with you. But hopefully we can turn things around, and hopefully we can start doing things properly next time. And hopefully we can actually finally get our bloody Galadhon units out on the field. That's the hope anyway. Regardless, hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll join me for whatever is next.